So this is a recent purchase. Actually, it was a freebie. It's another 8-inch bench saw, Craftsman model 103.0213, complete with the Craftsman logo on it. And the difference about this one is it has the stand. And the stand has a Craftsman logo on it too. These stands were built in the 50s and in the early 60s. The way you see it is the way it came. You've got the table saw, you've got a 3rd horsepower motor, there's the motor, 1750. It's got a sanding disc on one end and a pulley on the other. These are just sitting here. This was just moved to my shop. The motor does not turn very well. I think the bearings are shot. I'm not sure. Stand's been slightly modified. It's a little bracket. Came with that, what I believe is a T-square. It does not have the rip fence or the miter guide. Here's the booklet for them. Craftsman model 704.105250. And it was made by the Sturdy Built Steel Products Incorporated. So, as you see it is the way I got it. And again, this was a freebie. What you see, I got for nothing. So, modified slightly with the addition of a switch in the front to turn it on, and then these little wheels to move it around. But it's Craftsman gray. The cross slides are red. Here's what it looks like from the top. It has the 4 rails. There are only 7 hold down assemblies. One of them's homemade, but we'll be able to come up with something else. I intend to mount that other 8-inch table saw. I don't know what I'm going to do with the one that came with this. It's a tilting table saw, not a tilting arbor saw. And it's old, it's heavy, it's cast iron. I may just part it out. Anyway, thought you'd like to see this. These apparently aren't very common. If they are, people aren't saving them. The pedestal seems to be the one that everybody likes. So since the first section of the video was shot, I did a little bit more digging, pulled these cross slides apart. What's interesting is you can tell the 2 that are extra because they're branded in pencil on them, 79 cents. They're both that way. That one's upside down. Obviously they were extra. I've also learned that the model of stand that I quoted in the beginning is incorrect. The reason for this is, and I'm learning as I'm going, and we're kind of learning together, these corners are not bolted to the frame. This is a weld assembly. This top leg and the top frame are welded. The later models, that's all bolted together. Also, if you look, I don't know if this will show up so much, the legs flare out at the bottom. Again, not the way the newer ones were, and I believe that it's this model, Craftsman 704, and I'll open this and it'll tell you there's the model, there's what I've got, and it's saying that the 704-2134 is 30 inches long. And this one measures 30 inches long. There's the cross slide information. They're slightly different than the later version. This is what they would have looked like back in the day. Here's a little bench saw sitting on top. It's bigger. It's a different version than the one I have. But anyway, like I said, I'm learning as we're going. But this is, I suspect that this is older. The date of the saw was either 47 or 48. The motor is older, about the same time period. So also these are maroon. I wiped them clean and they're maroon. They're not red. Also, I was able to pull the saw off the bench, and this is what the inside looks like, turned upside down. Obviously it's filthy. We saw it running. There's the motor support. So that's what I've got.